The Big Ten Championship, number 1 versus number 2, Ohio State, Indiana. The game of the week, okay? Is this the Heisman game? Is the winner of this game the Heisman winner? Fernando Mendoza, 2,758 yards this season, 32 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Julian Sayin, a few more yards, but overall similar, very, very, very similar stat line. Julian Sayin, 3,065 yards this season, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Very similar. It's very, very similar. How well can Indiana run the ball this game? They average 223 yards per game. They are number 9 in the country. They have been a really good running the ball all season, except Ohio State is number 3 in their run defense. Only 80 yards per game on the ground against Ohio State. Who wins that battle? Who wins that battle? Whoever wins that battle will have a huge advantage in this game. Ohio State's receivers. Everyone knows Ohio State's receivers. Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, 2 of the best receivers in the country. But Indiana State's pass defense has only been pretty good. It hasn't been great. Granted, most teams against them are throwing the ball constantly, over and over and over again, because they always have a huge lead over teams. Their pass defense is 19th in the country with 184 yards per game. But I don't think they have the talent out there. They have good corners. They don't have great corners. Nobody has the corners to cover Ohio State's receivers. But can they slow them down? Can they slow them down? If they slow them down, does Ohio State run the ball like it did against Michigan? Right? Ohio State has to run the ball the way they did against Michigan. 186 yards last week on the ground against Michigan. Bo Jackson, again, 117 yards. Had a great game against Michigan. That is the key. Even if obviously Ohio State wants to throw the ball. Obviously they want to do that. But if they can't, for whatever reason, they can't, can they run the ball well enough against Indiana to go and make up for the not working passing game? In my opinion, I think that they will be just fine on both fronts. I just don't see a way that Indiana can slow down that offense enough to win the football game. I think they can, but I don't think that they will. Coach like you did against Michigan. Everything that you just did against Michigan, copy and paste it for every single game for the rest of the season. Throw the ball to set up the run, not the other way around. Don't run the ball to set up the throw. Throw the ball to set up the run. Throw the ball. Have a few big plays. That's what you did against Michigan. That softened up the run game. That made Michigan go into a 5-man front, 4-man front. You cannot go into it wanting to run the ball to set up the pass. That's what you did against Michigan last year. Throw the ball to set up the run. That is very, very opposite from what most teams will try to do. You'll usually want to soften them up on the ground so that you can hit them over the top. No, that's not That's not how Ohio State's offense works. Throw the ball, soften up that D-line, make them forget about Bo Jackson. Make them forget about that running game, because that's what I did going into the Michigan game. I did not know how well they could run the ball. That's what they've done all season, is throw the ball to set up the run. They've been really good at doing that. Do that again against Indiana. Do that again against everyone going forward in the college football playoff, and they're going to win the national championship easily. They have to go into this game thinking that they are the better team through the air and they are the better team on the ground. That is going to be the most important aspect of Ohio State's season going forward, is making sure that they don't get into a mindset of, we have to be the tougher team. We have to do what Michigan's done to us in the past. And they did not do that against Michigan this year. And I want to point that out. They did a great job against Michigan. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Soften up that run game. Hammer it in the third and fourth quarter. First and second quarters, hit them over the top. I don't think that they have the cornerbacks to defend you. Soften them up through the air, and then slow it down in the third and fourth quarter. Take control of the game. Control possession. Keep the ball in your hands once you have that lead. Take care of the ball. Don't give it to the other team, which they've done a great job of all season. And you will be able to take care of business against Indiana, take care of business against everyone going forward. I think Ohio State should win this game with relative ease. I truly think that they're going to win the national championship with relative ease. I think that they're doing a great job coaching-wise. They're doing a great job on the offensive side of the ball, doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball. They're doing the best job in the country against every single team that they've played. They blow out everybody. They're doing what a great team should do against teams that they are better than, and I think they're going to do just fine. I watched this team play in person just a few days ago, and they might be unstoppable. They might be. Ohio State should win. I think Ohio State will cover. I think this is going to be a huge, finally, they're winning the Big Ten for the first time in, 6 or 7 years? That is not acceptable if you're Ohio State. Not winning the Big Ten in that many years, that's not okay. I think they get it done. I think they get it done this season. Ryan Day is exercising a lot of demons this year, and I think that he's going to be one of the all-time greatest coaches in Ohio State history, as much as that pains me to say. I love what Ryan Day is doing there. Objectively, I love what Ryan Day is doing there. I don't love it as a Michigan fan because it scares me for the future. But Ohio State should win. Ohio State should win the national championship. I think they're going to take care of business against Indiana this weekend.